Okay, imagine waking up and knowing your bills are paid because your investment sends you money every month. No job, no boss, total freedom. It sounds like a dream, right? In this video, we'll talk about the pros and cons of living off dividends early. It sounds amazing, but there are hidden challenges that most people don't think about. And as always, stay until the end because the last con is the one most people ignore and it can completely wreck your plan if you're not prepared. Why do so many people chase dividend income? The biggest advantage is passive income. With dividend-paying stocks, you get regular cash payments just for holding shares. This income can cover rent, food, or even travel without having to sell any investments. Many call it money while you sleep. For people who want freedom early in life, dividends certainly look like the golden ticket. But here's the catch. To live fully off dividends, you need a lot invested. For example, if a stock pays a 4% dividend, you need $1 million invested to generate just $40,000 a year. The concept is powerful, but it requires a big upfront base. Dividends can give financial freedom, but only if the portfolio is large enough. What about lifestyle benefits? Living off dividends early means independence. You're no longer tied to a job you dislike. You can spend your time traveling, pursuing hobbies, or even starting a passion project. Dividends provide stability compared to selling stocks because payments come in regularly, often quarterly. This consistent income also reduces stress. Instead of worrying about market dips, you rely on companies that continue to pay dividends even in rough times. That's why many see dividends as paychecks for life. Freedom of time is priceless, and dividends can buy it. But is it really safe to depend on dividends alone? Here's a big risk. Dividend cuts. Companies can reduce or stop paying dividends when business slows down. This happens to many big firms during recessions. Imagine relying on $3,000 per month and suddenly getting only $1,500. Your lifestyle takes a huge hit. Wealthy investors protect themselves by diversifying across many companies and sectors. Poor planning means putting too much in one stock and losing income overnight. Dividends are not guaranteed. They can disappear when you need them most. Right, so how much money do you really need? Many underestimate the capital required. At an average 3 to 4% dividend yield, $500,000 invested gives you only $15,000 to $20,000 a year. That may not cover rent in many places. Reaching 1 to 2 million invested can take decades, unless you earn a very high salary or start investing extremely young. This is why some try to cut costs by moving to cheaper countries or lowering their lifestyle standards. The math is simple. Small portfolios won't generate enough. Without serious capital, dividend living stays a dream, not a reality. What about inflation, the hidden enemy? Even if dividends cover your costs today, prices keep rising. A $2,000 monthly dividend might seem enough now, but in 20 years, it may only buy half as much. If your income doesn't grow, you'll feel poorer each year. The good news, some companies increase dividends annually, called dividend growth stocks, but not all do, and choosing the wrong ones can leave you behind inflation. Wealthy investors focus on businesses with long histories of raising payouts. If your dividend income doesn't grow, inflation will eat away your freedom. On the positive side, what can dividends buy? Living off dividends can unlock a lifestyle most people only dream of. You can spend more time with family, travel, learn new skills, or even start a small business without worrying about income. Your time is yours. For many, this is worth more than millions. Imagine waking up without an alarm clock, choosing how to spend each day, and never stressing about bills. This kind of freedom is why so many chase dividends. Dividends buy the most valuable thing: freedom of time. What's the emotional side of living off dividends early? The pros are very clear: less stress, more freedom, and no boss. But the cons often come later. Retiring in your 30s or 40s may sound exciting, but many people lose purpose without work. They feel bored, unmotivated, or even isolated. Money covers expenses, but it doesn't solve meaning. That's why many early retirees end up working again, not because they need the cash, but because they want purpose. Financial freedom is powerful, but purpose keeps life meaningful. Is one paycheck enough for true freedom? Not really. Even big investors like Warren Buffett don't live only on dividends. They use multiple income sources: rental income, side businesses, interest, or even part-time work. Relying only on dividends is risky because if companies cut payments or inflation rises, you have no backup. The smartest approach is to mix dividends with other income streams. This way, even if one slows down, the others cover your needs. One income stream is fragile. Many income streams make freedom strong. What if something unexpected happens? Healthcare can destroy dividend plans. If you retire early, you may not have employer health insurance. Paying for private insurance or medical bills can eat up thousands every year. A small dividend income may not be enough to cover sudden hospital stays or long-term care. Many people overlook this and get caught off guard. Rich investors plan healthcare costs first because they know medical bills can wipe out savings faster than anything else. Without health planning, dividends won't protect your future. So let's talk about taxes on dividends. Many people forget that dividends aren't always tax-free. In some countries, they're taxed just like regular income. This means if you expect $40,000 a year, you might only take home $30,000 after taxes. That's a huge difference. Smart investors use tax-advantaged accounts or choose countries with lower dividend taxes. But if you don't plan for it, taxes can shrink your freedom. Ignoring taxes can turn your dream income into a smaller reality. Now here's something to think about. Can early dividend living make you too comfortable? The good side to all of this is completely obvious. No boss, no deadlines, and all the time you want. That freedom feels amazing, but here's the downside. Too much comfort can make you stop learning or growing. When people stop improving their skills, they risk falling behind financially and mentally. They may even start dipping into savings because they think, I'm set for life. Balance is key. Enjoy the freedom, but keep investing in yourself. Comfort is a gift, but too much can cost you your future. So is it worth all the waiting? Yes, for many people, dividends provide psychological safety. Knowing you have money coming in without working reduces stress. It makes you feel secure, even if you never truly retire early. This safety is priceless. It changes how you live, how you take risks, and how you see the future. Even small dividends can boost confidence and reduce the fear of losing a job. Dividends don't just pay bills. They buy peace of mind. So let's tie this all up with a little bow. It's not about luck. It's not about chasing the newest stock. It's about building wisely, staying patient, and knowing both the good and bad sides of dividend living. The truth is, dividends can give you freedom, but only if you plan for risks, grow your portfolio, and stay disciplined. Living off dividends early is possible, but the people who succeed are the ones who respect both the pros and the cons.